Hello there guys, it's Stephen here back with another video. How are you all doing today? It's a glorious weekend because of one reason. There's no Premier League football for Manchester City because we're in the Carabao Cup final against Arsenal. It's an absolutely huge game for both clubs. It's a chance to get some silverware early on in this season while there's still a month or two left of this season. And I think we're going to take this very, very seriously. I'm really excited. I'm off to Wembley tomorrow. I will be doing a vlog of the game as I've mentioned. There'll probably be no immediate match reaction because I'm getting a coach back and I probably won't get home until midnight or something like that, so there'll be no video until Monday, but hopefully it'll be worth it, and I'm really excited. I'm not going to lie, I can't wait for this. I've got Monday off work as well, so it means I can lie in bed, hopefully with a very pleasant hangover as opposed to a very miserable one. It's a big game, and Guardiola is right when he said the other day, let me quote him, he said, "We have to win titles to give more value to what we have done." In the beginning of August, we said we'll be judged by how many we win. It's the same for 5 or 6 big contenders. And even though he's not probably the biggest fan of the Carabao Cup in general, the League Cup, he thinks it's a competition that isn't valued, so he hates putting things into it. He does want to win trophies, and he's aware that those numbers do count, and they count for the biggest teams, and he's not wrong there at all. And given the rumours as well that he won't announce the alleged contract extension, I made a video yesterday, go and watch that after this video. He won't announce it allegedly until he's won something. Well, I guess it adds a little bit more importance and hopefully getting something in the bag early on this season. And Arsenal as well, it's a welcome respite for them given the fact that they haven't had the best of seasons. They're struggling to make the Champions League, never mind win the title this year. And it'd be a nice little thing at Wembley, at the home of their rivals these days, Spurs, maybe to win a tournament there. I'm sure the social media following of Arsenal would love to say that we've won a cup at your home ground, Spurs fans. And amongst other reasons, it's just good to win the League Cup for obvious reasons. It's great for the club, it's great for the fans, it gives you a boost mid-season, even if for Arsenal fans it isn't going that well. So both clubs basically will be up for this. Everyone wants to win this game, everyone wants to win a cup final, and Guardiola and Wenger are no different. But as ever, before I go too far, I want to say thank you to the newest patrons. Nick Rodriguez, he's upped his pledge from $3 to $40. Nick, thank you very much. I owe you a video per month if you want to get involved as well, like Nick has, patreon.com/Esteemed Kompany. And also Otto Chi Yao Kan, I hope I pronounced your name right there, mate. He's got involved too. Thank you very much, guys, for your support. I am a little bit nervous ahead of this game, I'm not going to lie. I'm always nervous before a cup final, and I'm always nervous before we play Arsenal as well. Though our record in general against Arsenal is pretty good. I think I was burned in that semi-final last year. I think we've only lost once out of the last 5 games against Arsenal, and drawn 2 and won 2. We tend to do pretty well against Arsenal in general because we're the better team, if we're being honest, but I still feel they're the kind of team that get up for it for a cup final. They're the kind of team that are up for it in a big game, and I suspect they'll be better than recent showings have suggested, especially considering their form this season and given how up and down it's been. They'll want something from this. They'll have a point to prove. But our team, the news that's broke today from Jose Alvarez, the guy's become a bit of an in the know. He obviously knows some players somewhere. I said Sterling won't make the final. He's injured and he's not trained all week and he won't be there. He will travel with the squad. Whether that means he's just there for support or be on the bench, I don't know. I suspect he'll be on the bench, but I'm not really surprised anyway. And given the fact that Bernardo Silva's played most of the games in this competition so far, I would have thought he would have started anyway. I saw the stats to say that we scored 8 goals on our route to the final in this competition, and Leroy Sané and Bernardo Silva have been involved in half of them each. I think it's 3 goals and an assist for Leroy Sané, 1 goal and 3 assists for Bernardo Silva. So those two are very important to this tournament, and I was suspecting anyway that those two would be our wide players. It's obviously a huge... It's hugely good news for Arsenal. It's a bit of a negative for us that Sterling won't be starting, but it is what it is. I suspect Gabriel Jesus will probably make the bench. I think he'll be there as well with Aguero up front. Then obviously as well we've got Delph suspended, which leaves a few selection problems at left back, as well as the long-term injuries, obviously for Mendy. The biggest talking point for many fans is that Bravo will, of course, be between the sticks. No Ederson there. Now, I understand this decision. I don't agree with it in terms of the sheer strongest 11. Ederson is obviously miles ahead of there, but I do agree with Pep in terms of sticking to your word. You can't have this wonderful manager that we've got, a man of his word, a man of immense kind of mental understanding of how his players prepare games, and also then expect him to do things that would upset the squad. You can't underestimate how important someone like Claudio Bravo is around the squad, how popular he is. He's not the best player, no he isn't. He's probably the weakest link in our squad at the moment, but he is still a widely respected footballer in general, and I think Guardiola going against his word would send out the wrong message, and it also affect the squad harmony, and the squad harmony is one of the reasons why we are where we are so far this season. there's time to be brutal and there's time to be tough. And I'm sorry, but upsetting a player and maybe sowing a negative seed, maybe sowing some distrust and doubt in Guardiola himself, it's just not worth doing it. And even though I don't want Bravo to play, I understand the decision and I respect the decision. With regards to the team, obviously Bravo in goal. Zinchenko, I can maybe see getting the nod there because I think we'll want to control the game in possession. Though Danilo is a strong shout. It's the centre-back one which is interesting for me because we've got 4 there. I'm almost certain Laporte's not going to start. I think that's a guaranteed thing for me. And Otamendi was rested, so Otamendi's going to start, which leaves Kompany and Stones. I think it's going to be Vincent Kompany. I think the fact he didn't play against Wigan was relatively key. I think he'll go for experience with Otamendi and Kompany against Arsenal, and I think it might be the right call. Stones hasn't been informed, and Laporte is new, so I would go for those 2 for this one. And I can expect Vinny will be up for a big game, being our captain, and obviously. You want a wise head there sometimes. He isn't the best, but I guess I can just see that happening. I can see it happening, and I can respect that decision and understand it. I may be wrong, of course, but I think that's what will happen. Obviously, right back Kyle Walker picks himself, and the midfield 3 picks itself as well. De Bruyne, Silva, Fernandinho. And as I said earlier, I think it'll be Bernardo Silva, given the fact that Sterling hasn't played, Leroy Sané, and Sergio Aguero. I think that makes a lot of sense for me personally. And hopefully it's a team that can do the job. Arsenal, they've been a very indifferent form of recently. Obviously, they had that terrible result against Swansea, a 3-1 loss. Then they followed that up with a 5-1 win against Everton, and then they lost to Spurs 1-0. And it was the manner of defeat that worried Arsenal fans. Spurs were vastly the better team that day. They outplayed Arsenal. They played them off the park. And then Arsenal obviously went to Östersunds, the Swedish team, beat them 3-0. And then midweek, they lost the second leg of that. Though they did rest a lot of players, I've got to add that caveat. They lost 2-1. And Arsenal fans were largely very disappointed with that performance. It's been a very mixed season so far, a pretty poor season if we're being totally honest. They've had all the consternation around Sanchez, but then they got the boost obviously with Aubameyang signing, they got Mkhitaryan in, then obviously Lacazette came in early in the summer. Lacazette's been, up and down, so-and-so, but then obviously they lost Giroud and Walcott. They've lost a lot of players with a lot of experience at Arsenal, but they've still got a very good team. They've still got players that you have to respect because of their quality. There's rumours that Ramsey could play after 3 games out, and Ozil will be there as well. Aubameyang, I suspect, will play. Mkhitaryan is cup tied. Cazorla obviously is still out and injured. Lacazette is out as well. Arsenal have a good team, but I'm not too worried. I think we should be able to beat them if we show up, and I'm sure, given the Wigan game, we'll focus on this now. I'm sure Pep will be getting into the heads to make sure that not a single player drops there. And with De Bruyne playing and Silva playing, I'm sure they'll be at their best. I'm sure we'll have enough to beat them. I am nervous. I'm very nervous, but I suspect we'll win this, and I think it'll be 2-1. I think it'll be a close game, an entertaining game, but I think we'll just about pull through. Obviously, I'm a City fan, so I'm biased there. Let me know what you think the team will be. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling about the game, what your level would be, what the score will be, and so on. I am nervous, but I'm feeling relatively optimistic. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this little preview here, some talking points. Go watch the other videos about Foden and Brahim, and about Pep yesterday that I made. And I'll see you, I guess, Monday after the game. I am absolutely shitting it. I'll obviously be following and tweeting the game on Twitter, Esteemed Kompany. Sorry, it's Stephen McInerney, which is my name on Twitter now. And so on. Anyway, guys, I am going to go enjoy the rest of my day and think about tomorrow. See you later. Hello there guys, it's Stephen here. Thanks for watching another Esteemed Kompany video. I want to give a very, very big shout out to Nick Rodriguez for his donation that came through last night. Mate, that's absolutely huge, and it's just so kind of you. And it's so kind of all the people who watch these videos and all the people who get involved on Patreon. As I've said a billion times, don't feel obliged, but if you want to offer a little bit of support to this channel to hopefully get it full time one day, patreon.com/Esteemed Kompany. Anyway guys, I'll see you Monday.